thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested, and I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. Alright? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People don't usually talk and stop and think about the different victims that are going through things right now as we speak, and the ones who suffered through all this bull.
Here we go again, folks. Yep, another day to spotlight everyone who saw what was going down at these industry events and stayed silent. Allison Carter, a survivor, described these gatherings as far from ordinary. She called them involving satanic rituals. She even named a few celebrities in her affidavit of truth, and one of them, Denzel Washington. And listen, there's no dodging this because there are multiple videos online of Ali saying the same thing. Now, I know a lot of y'all are ready to defend Saint Denzel, saying he could never do something like that. But let's just cut to the chase. You be the judge. Allison Carter has been outspoken about what she witnessed as a victim of CT. At first, people dismissed her claims, thinking they were too wild to be real. But now, with all the evidence that surfaced, most of what she said is holding up. In recent interviews and statements, she's once again accusing celebrities of participating in exploitative activities, claiming these incidents happened at elite parties filled with powerful figures from the entertainment world.
The kids. All the adults are covering their faces. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual.
All right, y'all, brace yourselves. This one's heavy. There's an affidavit making rounds online where Ali Carter details an after-party and claims some of the celebrities there included Birdman, Denzel Hayes Washington, Diddy, and Young Jock. According to her, at this party there were body cakes, meaning underage attendees were allegedly laid on tables covered with food and partygoers ate off them. Apparently, the party was massive, and once everyone was searched and inside, the DJ kicked on the music, lights flashed, and the so-called ritual began. Ali claims that partygoers were treated as literal party favors, meaning she was set on a table to be selected by attendees for sexual acts, then returned to the table for someone else. She said, I had to have X with so many people that night, I cannot remember them all. The party allegedly had different areas for different fetishes, like red fluid in one area and interactions with animals in another. Ali describes chaos, a frenzy once the music started, with fetishes happening all over. She was sitting on the party favor table, while the main room, like a ballroom, had doors around the edges, some open, some shut, but you could still see the food table and other setups. She even said one top comedian complained he did an hour-long set but had no one backstage to hook up with, so he broke the no backdoor rule with her and laughed about it, and she got in trouble when calling for her handler. Allegedly, donkeys were also brought in for sexual acts. There's more, but it's too much to fully unpack here, so y'all should do your own research. Now, let's talk Denzel. While Ali claims he was present, it's unclear if he actually attended that particular party. What we do know is that Denzel has attended Diddy's parties before. For instance, back in 2003, he reportedly screamed at Diddy, "You don't respect anyone," before leaving a party he attended with his wife after seeing something troubling. That didn't seem to damage their friendship, though. They continued to be seen together publicly over the years. Brandon T. Jackson even shared on the Breaking the Machine podcast that Denzel advised him to leave Hollywood parties 30 minutes before the devil gets there. That raises the question, what did Denzel actually witness at these parties that made him give that warning? Was it the events Ali described? Some people believe her claims could be true, while others think parts are extreme or delusional, especially regarding Denzel's alleged involvement. There's also the larger context of Denzel's history. Cheating rumors have followed him since the 90s, with a major spike in 2003 involving his out-of-time co-star Sanaa Lathan, including alleged pregnancy rumors. Other reports mention Ava Mendez and encounters at Firefly in Studio City with young women who were reportedly captivated by him. The most publicized scandal came in 2013, with photos surfacing him kissing a young woman on a couch, which allegedly prompted his wife to move to New York while he stayed in LA, though he seemingly avoided public fallout. Considering all that, some people argue it's plausible that Denzel was part of these elite parties, and though he may have eventually left early, he likely knew what was happening. But the hardest part to wrap your head around is Ali's allegation that he witnessed children being abused and did nothing. That's deeply disturbing. This entire whistleblowing situation is heavy and messy and raises more questions than answers. Y'all let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments.